So before I go to our next guest, just to remind you, coming up, we will have Martin here showing off some of these DJI drones, and we may even get one flying in the studio. That's how good they are. And it's not the biggest studio in the world. So if nothing else, at least wait for that, because it could be catastrophe or it could be really good. We'll find out. In the meantime, I've got Richie Litchfield with me. Hi, Richie.
Hello to
Thank you for coming along.
I've got to say, you're very good at multitasking.
Do you like that? It's quite impressive, isn't it?
Well, operating that, talking at the same time. My God, you're good.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was too busy thinking about Well, we try our best. It's fun, and it usually goes pear-shaped at some point during the show. So let's hope it doesn't happen now. Now, Richie, you are from Presenter Network.
I am.
And for those who don't know, first tell us a bit about yourself and your background, and why Presenter Network. What's that all about?
Okay, I'm a presenter and also a presentation consultant.
Right.
So I've been presenting now interactive shows for 20 odd years.
Yep.
Really. And what I've decided to do, or a group has decided to do, is actually put all those skills into one basket and actually go out, look at how people are presenting. So we're working with presenters already on the screen, and actually develop their skills.
Right.
Okay, and with that we've got the network.
Yep.
Okay, and a network is basically where presenters can actually come and actually, in a safe environment, talk about problems, issues, anything like that. We also have speakers and all that sort of stuff that takes place, and also a magazine.
So a lot going on.
It's an awful lot, awful lot.
So let's talk first of all a bit about training. Okay, now I'm far from a professional presenter, and it's the people like me and things that you're out there to help.
Indeed, yeah. So, and not only do we go into production companies and live TV shows, okay, and look at presenters, we also go into institutions, into companies. Companies like this are actually doing like little TV shows on the web and looking at how the presenters are actually coming across to the general public. Okay, whether they're engaging, whether they're building a trust up with the audience, how they're standing, how their vocal tone is, their body language. We look at all those different things and then tweak them, okay, and then leave and then come back and then see how they've developed over time.
So you've kindly sent us a few little clips and things, and I think we can play one that's going to show, while we have a little chat, the sort of things that you do. We're having a look at it.
We
now.
go all over the world, okay, training. This is actually in India. This is one of the things from India.
Yeah.
This was a game show, Bollywood Bonanza here. This is in LA. This is one of the red carpet events. And here's one of our training sessions in progress just here. So here we've got Rowan. Okay, he does a food show actually on a big network over in India. Yeah. Yeah, his show's absolutely fantastic. It's gone through the rating's gone through the roof. I've got hiccups.
So you go around the world. People say, help. I'm setting up a show. I've got a presenter. He clearly needs some help. Yeah. You're the person to call. You go out there and you'll run a training course.
We run a series of different training courses over a week. Okay, and look at how the presenters are improving. So we set them small little tasks. Okay, and then get them to deliver that back. It's really fun. It's really engaging. I mean, we're working with people that are sort of already established.
So I'm a presenter and I need a few tips as we're talking about it. Obviously we're not going to do it. Clearly. We're obviously not going to do a full training course here, and believe me, I probably need one. But give us some tips. What should us budding presenters be looking at?
Okay, well, one thing that really niggles me actually, and I see it all the time, is when people look into the lens. So if they're talking into the lens, what they do is they stick up their cue card, okay, onto the side of the camera with their little bullet points on about little things they're going to talk about. It's not an auto cue, so they stick it at the side of the camera, and then every now and again they're looking off camera, okay, like that. Now, as soon as you look away from camera, it's fine to glance away, it's fine to glance up or down or whatever. If you're doing products on a shopping channel, you're obviously going to look at the product. But if you're looking off camera and it's obvious like that, you're automatically going to lose trust. Viewers are going to wonder at home, what's going on behind the scenes? Am I missing out on something? So yeah, always important, keep looking into that great big black eye, okay, and engage with the audience. Another thing is, as soon as that camera gets switched on, people start to dance, okay, particularly if they're standing up. We're sitting here at the moment. I'm awful when it comes to those sort of swizzle seats, those ones. I don't even know that I'm doing it. I'm just doing it until I watch it back and I'm like, why did I do that? So when you stand, okay, anchor yourself, put both your feet either side, okay, and actually just breathe. Take a moment to breathe. And that way, you're not going to fidget so much. I mean, I was doing some work today with a corporate client, and one of the ladies that I was teaching, she was actually all over the place. She was fine until I said action, and then my God, she was all over the place. So yeah, we got her to work on that, and it's quite a little thing. But when people don't know that they're doing it, obviously, it can come across a bit weird on camera. And there's another one as well. Okay. When you're coming into a show, okay, a lot of people, when they're being counted in, okay, they'll just be like this, looking like a startled rabbit in headlights. Okay, as soon as it's live, they suddenly go like that. And it really looks fake. Okay, so start smiling beforehand, okay? It might look fake to the rest of the crew, but believe me, it looks a lot better when it's going live to the globe.
So, chat room, of course, is already talking in my ear. People are talking about, you know, what about ums, uhs, so's, and all sort of things like that. Is this something that you have to try and, how do you get away from, a lot of people, and I do it, loads of people do
You're
it.
not so bad, actually. You do say so a lot.
I say so a lot. People think I'm Canadian because I say so. They always seem to say
so. With that, what I'd do is better preparation of notes, more research, always very, very handy, because then you're not stumbling over your words. Okay, getting a good night's sleep, very important. Lots of coffee as well, really. So your mind is staying awake. Just be aware of what you're saying and how you're saying it. Okay, I do it. I'm always doing it.
Every pause, it's like you vocalising in the brain.
Now? Yeah.
I will take that all on board. I must remember to stop saying so. People do wind me up about it. So there we go.
So,
you see?
Pound for every time you say it.
Do you know, that would be good. I'll be broke by the end of the day. If people want to book you and they might be in a different country or something like that, and not particularly wanting necessarily to come out, do you do webinars, or is there web training, or can you do remote training of some kind?
Well, with the network, okay, because it is an interactive network, so people can actually go to our website, which is currently at the moment being revamped. It's handy for the show, isn't it? So I can't really direct people straight there. We do have a magazine that goes alongside the Presenter Network. It's called, wait for it, The Presenter.
Whoa.
And it's also available on the App Store, okay, from on iTunes.
Okay.
And also on the Google Play Marketplace. You can go there. You can download the app. If I just bring it up onto the screen, you'll see it. My notes on the screen. There's a little app that says The Presenter. And when you go to it, there we go. Just wait for it to load.
Got it on screen.
Fingerprints all over the actual screen itself. Please excuse them. And then you can actually just download the copy and read it. And it's very interactive. With this as well, you can actually have, like, we've got videos in there as well. So we're going to be having more interviews, more videos, more speakers coming into the studio and talking to us. This is Max Howard. He was actually one of the producers for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Oh, okay. He's a little bit like a Tony Hart, English guy, a little bit like a Tony Hart. If you remember him.
I do remember.
Do you remember him? Right, God, I'm showing my age. Tony Hart, over in America, he does all animation. So he was involved in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And what's that one with the Hunchback of Notre Dame that's just been on as well? It was
I know the one.
You know the one. It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, he was that. But he does presenting in terms of like Tony Hart.
Sure.
And also, he was doing a big speech about working with animated characters as a presenter. So we've got that in one of our issues as well.
Brilliant.
So it's great.
And that issue comes out how often?
We bring it out 4 times a year.
Yep.
At a push. Yep. We want to bring it out more than that. But obviously, we are busy. So it comes out, and we do send people messages so they can just grab a copy and read it to their heart's content.
That's great. Now, that's the magazine. I have a little birdie has told me that there may be a book coming out shortly.
Yes, there's a book. It's being written right now. It's nearly finished.
Right.
Nearly finished. We're just proofing it at the moment and just waiting for a couple more interviews in there. Book's coming out. It's all on presenting for Participation TV.
Yeah.
So we're looking at various different presenters and also different techniques that you can actually do. If you're a new presenter as well, because we don't just leave out the entry-level wannabe presenters, because we're working with the already established presenters, but we like to include them in as well. So everything's included, regardless of whether you are entry-level or whether you're more sort of advanced in terms of your presenting style.
Brilliant. Now I'm getting talked in my ear here. First thing somebody said, and thank you very much for that, is you should have seen me on my first show. So I'm assuming that you think I've got a little bit better since the first show we put out.
You're a bit more looser.
A little bit, probably am.
Loose,
Yeah, I
a
was
bit more
kind of-
relaxed
yeah,
is the word
kind of-
I'm looking for.
yeah,
Relaxed.
Not so much bricking myself as I probably was in the first show. And also, somebody's asked, do you do anything? Is there a difference between radio presenting, and video presenting? Do you tackle that at all?
Well, one is visual.
Well, yes. as far as
I hate to
skill sets
state the obvious. Well, they're two different techniques altogether, really. With radio, you have to paint a big picture.
Sure.
Okay, you've got to put that picture into the viewer's mind. You've got to lifestyle it a lot more than you have on TV.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you've got to be a lot more descriptive, really.
Yeah.
I'm stumbling over my words, and I'm a presenter trainer.
Gotcha. So, if people want to find out more information about everything that you do and offer, how can they get hold of you and get the magazine, of course?
Very easy. You can go to www.presenternetwork.com, or if you want the magazine, it's thepresenter.net.
Richie, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me here. All these toys, I could be here all day.
You could just, yeah.
Especially the helicopter, the what are they called?
The drone.
Drones, yes.
You wait.
Yeah.
Fun to come
I'm
with those,
looking
I
forward
can
to
tell
that.
you.
Excellent.
Brilliant, Richie. Thank you very much for coming on. Much appreciated. As you can see, always something to learn when it comes to presenting, like saying presenting. And do you know what? It says here, and the first word it says on my autocue here of what's coming up next is so. Okay? This is why I do it. It's written here for me. For all you creative individuals out there, take a minute or so to look at the Sony Pro Awards. You still have time to enter, I'm sure. Anyway, I think you have time to enter. Do we know when it's finishing? End of April. So Sony Pro Awards. Do we have anything coming up on that? We do have something coming up on that. Go and have a look.